What is up, and welcome to Real Advice in Relationships. I'm your host, Keisha, aka Author K.O. Sterling, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the podcast. As you're enjoying today's episodes, please rate this podcast, share this podcast, but most of all, download the podcast episodes. So sit back, turn up that dial, and enjoy this Southern girl share some real advice in relationships. Hey guys, what is up? This is your girl Keisha, aka Author K.O. Sterling, and I am back today to do another podcast episode. I hope that this finds you well whenever you're listening to this, wherever you're listening to this. I hope that this finds you well. On today, let's talk about it, y'all. We're going to talk about leveling up. I really was not sure if I wanted to talk about leveling up, if I was ready to talk about leveling up, simply because I'm still working on myself to really level up. And I'm just like, do I really have any valuable input on this here topic? And I really think that I do, simply because in my own personal life, I feel like I've come a long way from where I used to be. So therefore, let's just go ahead and jump right into it, and let's get into it for today. All right. So the concept of leveling up, as we kind of know it, if you follow popular culture, the concept of leveling up really blew up when Ciara was talking about leveling up, like in her song. That's my joint, that's my jam. Great workout song. But leveling up was presented to us, to women. It was presented to single women. It was presented to single moms. It was presented to people who were at a low place in their life to really just go ahead and level up, to make that mental shift, to make that mindset shift in order to get the desired result that you want in your life, right? Now, if we know anything about Ciara, we know that, according to Wendy, but we do know that Ciara was engaged to be married to Future, which is like a rapper, right? And Ciara was baby mama number 4. And from the outside looking in, that seems like that would just be a whole, it seems like it would just be kind of a lot going on, right? Now, back to what I was saying. For whatever reason, this relationship did not work. And I am so glad for her that she didn't enter into a union with that foolishness of a situation. Like, I'm glad that she ended up moving on, or he moved on, whoever moved on. I'm just glad that she ended up moving on from that relationship and leveled up, is what she so eloquently called it. But to be fair, the term leveling up actually came from the gaming community, right? Video gaming community. And it makes sense when you say it out loud, because when you pass in stages, or you're leveling, or you're moving up in the levels in whatever game you're playing. So that's really where it came from. But Ciara took it and she applied it to her own situation, her own life, and she gave it to us as women, us as consumers of great music, right? So now, when it comes to leveling up is really simply having your mind renewed. It's applying necessary steps to your everyday life to get a desired result. It is applying necessary steps to your everyday life to get your desired results. Okay. Now, along with that song, leveling up, Sierra also discussed in a interview that she did a while back with Essence Magazine. She talked about this prayer that she prayed to God. She prayed for the type of companion that she wanted. She prayed for the type of man that she wanted, not only for herself, but she also wanted a good father figure and a role model who would love her son as if he was his own, right? So a lot of women in today's society really have gravitated towards the idea and the concept of leveling up. But what I want to say about leveling up is going to take you making changes and modifications and also sacrifices in your day-to-day life in order to get, the desired result that you want. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be in relationships. You could want to be leveling up, financially. But let's be clear, leveling up has been associated with relationships, okay? It really has. But that does not mean that you cannot apply that concept to different areas of your life in order to grow and go to new heights that you want to see yourself in, or places you want to go in your life, right? So now with leveling up, you have to tailor your choices and your decisions by whatever goal it is that you want to achieve. Let's just say you want to get you a boo, you want to get you a bae or whatever, and you want to level up. Let's say you have leveled up financially, okay? Let's say you want to level up financially. Now that you have leveled up financially, let's just say that you have hired you a financial advisor. You have got your money straight. You know where it's going. You got you a budget. Let's just say you completed all the baby steps to the Dave Ramsey financial solution, Dave Ramsey plan, right? So let's just say that you've already done that, and let's just say you've been financially free from debt, and you are dating a few people, and you have people to pick from. Let's just say you dating like 3 people, and let's just say it's one of them out the bunch that you really have a little bit more chemistry than you do than with the other 2. You really like him, but you know for certain that he is not financially stable. You know that he's not financially responsible. Okay, but you have leveled up financially, right? So I mean, first of all, I just see that as incompatibility off the top. And I say that because I have been in that situation myself. But let's go back to you. If you are dating somebody who is fiscally irresponsible and he's not financially stable, but you have leveled up in your life, and you're financially responsible and you financially stable and you're building wealth for yourself, then when you try to merge and build a life, if you choose that right there, that's already going to be a wrong choice for you. If that person is not willing to change their mindset and their relationship with money. If he has a toxic relationship with money, he will have a toxic relationship with you, and you will have a toxic relationship with him based off of the choices and the actions that he got going on with money. Because if you get somebody, let's just say you choose him and he got $5 to his name and he got a gambling problem. If you ain't never been around somebody who got a gambling problem, baby, they can't hold $5 if they tried. If their life depended on it, they can't hold $5, honey. I done seen it. I done seen people take $5 and go down here to the gas station to buy scratch-off tickets, and they got to borrow money to put in they gas tank and for food for the week because they done took their last few dollars because they got a gambling problem, to go buy some scratch-offs or to go buy a lotto ticket or just whatever the case may be, all right? So that's the person you choose. But if you have leveled up financially, in your mind, you are looking at him And you're saying, okay, you literally could have taken that $5 and put that in your tank, or you could have paid gas today. Right down from where I live, the lowest gas is $2.66 per gallon. So I see that as you could have bought a gallon of gas. I live in a small town, so that if you got a car that gets good gas mileage, if you go to work and to home, that should last you at least a few days. Okay, you could have took them other $2 and bought a bag of beans, a pound of dry beans, and a pound of rice. All for $2. Yes, all for $2. All right. Boom, $5. So that means that you got gas and food, not maybe for the whole entire week, but at least for part of the week. Okay. You're not taking your $5 going to buy some scratch off tickets and gambling and stuff, right? So with that being said, if you choose to make something permanent and long term with that person who is not fiscally responsible, you may end up in divorce court because you leveled up financially and they never leveled up financially. They never decided to change their gambling habits or their relationship, their toxic relationship with money. They never decided to change. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that grace and mercy shouldn't be used or, compromise shouldn't be used, but I feel like compromise is an issue here because according to RamseySolution.com, the number one reason why couples fight is not because of infidelity. It is because of money. Now, divorce is the number one reason now because of infidelity. It used to be money, but now infidelity is the number one reason for the divorce. But the main reasons why people argue is about money, y'all. The second leading cause to divorce is about money, y'all. So they fussing and they arguing and they headed down to divorce court based off of money. But you leveled up financially, but you decided to date someone who had a gambling problem that you knew about, but y'all had chemistry. And that's who you chose based off the other two suitors. But if you are following the right path as far as leveling up and keeping yourself leveled and on a plain even keel and wanting to move up and grow and go forward with your life, you're going to make the choices and the decisions that reflect that, right? And it reminds me of this book by, I think it's Jim Collins, From Good to Great. You want to make sure that you have the right people on the bus in business, right? It's the same thing when you talking about a marriage, or the same thing you talking about cohabitating, building something with another person. You want to make sure you have the right people on your team, because the worst thing that you could have happen is to invite somebody onto your team, and not only are they the weakest link, they are an infiltrator, right? They tear the team down, like they bring you down, right? You've built this life, or you have been working on something to build for yourself, and then you invite somebody in and they are tearing down and have torn down everything that you have tried so hard to work to build, right? That's why you have to be able to make the hard choices and have the level of discipline that you need to have in order to level up. And that's going to require sacrifice. That's going to require being uncomfortable. That's going to require maybe not settling, right? It's going to require not compromising in certain situations and in certain instances. That's just what it is, right? So leveling up is not always something easy to do, but it's necessary if you want to grow. It is necessary if you want to go to different heights in your life, okay? So again, steps to leveling up is different for everybody. It's going to be different, right? You may need a therapist to help you with the mental shift. You may need a financial planner or a financial advisor to increase your wealth, right? You may need a mentor or a life coach for guidance and accountability. You may even need a spiritual leader to help encourage and inspire or even motivate you when those tough times arise, because that's life. That's part of life, right? Leveling up is not limited to relationships, but leveling up shows that the most important relationship is the one that you will have with yourself. I will say that again. Leveling up is not limited to relationships, but leveling up shows you that the most important relationship that you will have is the one that you have yourself. Because whether we want to believe it or not, we teach people how to treat us. We have to be more kind to ourselves. We have to be more loving to ourselves. We have to be more forgiving to ourselves, right? And with leveling up, you definitely are able to do it. Know that you are capable of doing it. You are deserving and you're worthy of leveling up. It's okay. Despite everything that you may have experienced in your past, it's okay to want a better life for yourself. And it's okay to sow the seeds and make the changes, create you an action plan to get what it is that you want out of life and to get where it is that you want to go. So the real advice in relationships here is to make sure that you are being good to yourself, all right? Because again, the most important relationship that you will have is with yourself, because you teach people how to treat you. And you rock, you worthy, you matter, okay? So that is all that I have for today. And until we talk again, this is your girl Keisha signing off. Peace, y'all. Bye. Hey guys, be sure to go to my website, klsterling.wixsite.com/I'm enough. That's klsterling.wixsite.com/I'm enough. There you can find links to all of my social media platforms, shirts, books, and did I mention I offer free ebooks? Yes, when you go to my website, klsterling.wixsite.com/I'm enough, click on the ebooks link and it will take you directly to the free ebooks that I offer. I look forward to seeing you guys there. Bye.